Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be playing some Explore Metagame Challenge live on YouTube. We try to do these every so often, especially with the challenge. Do some live runs, try to farm some packs. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Metagame Challenge comes every month or so, different formats. 2,000 gold to enter, and then based on the number of wins, you play until you lose one best-of-3 match. If you can get to the elusive 7 wins, you get 5,000 gold and 30 packs of magic cards. So nice way to kind of farm some packs. You break even at pretty much 2 wins because you're basically paying 500 for a pack, and then all profit as of 3 wins onwards. So the format, if you're looking for deck lists, I have a video covering all the deck lists, but we're going to play some decks today and see how it goes. So we're going to start off with Gruul Boat, so Gruul Vehicles. And note, I've tweaked these deck lists in a way that is kind of reflective of the meta that we have in Explore. This is actually a deck I own in paper. I just actually picked up the last card yesterday. I was missing my Storm Seekers, but I've tweaked the sideboard a bit to be more responsive. So I'm anticipating 3 decks to be fairly prominent. Rakdos Midrange, Creativity, Rakdos Sacrifice, and to some extent Mono Green. Could be some blue-white control, but I'm anticipating those decks, so I'm bringing cards that normally wouldn't see play, but are cards that could be reasonable in the format to deal with those. So the boats list is basically a vehicles kind of Gruul aggressive deck. You're playing 8 1-drop elves that accelerate you, so you'll notice our curve goes 1 to pretty much 3. Bone Crusher Giant can be a 2-drop in this deck with the Stomp ability, but we're trying to do things like Storm Seeker on 2 to give haste. The Voldaren Thrill Seeker lets us throw our creatures at our opponent, or if we steal an opponent's creature with a Crone War, we can kill them that way there and kind of throw their creatures. It's another way with Lovestruck Beast to kind of throw that. Lovestruck Beast also with the Adventure gives us another 1-drop here. So we effectively have 12 1-drops in the deck. We have a Miglos in here, just flexible card, like its abilities. Also gives the last one for 3 mana. You can destroy an artifact or enchantment that can be used to disrupt the creativity combo. Playing 1 Scavenging Ooze, and then we have the vehicles. So 4 Eska's Chariot, 2 Sky Sovereign is kind of my configuration right now. Now, the card that I usually play in this slot is Obliterating Bolt and Paper to do 4 damage, but given the prevalence of so much creativity, I wanted an instant speed answer, and Abrade hits both the creature component or the artifact component of their combo, so you can hit their treasures and stuff like that. It's also good against Mayhem Devil, Cat Oven, kind of even the targets a Karn, so I like having that as a main board option. Mana base, 1 Den as a creature line, 2 Lairs, 2 Mutavaults, Boseiju, and Sokuzan, and then just a bunch of duels in terms of the mana base. The sideboard is where we get a little fun. So normally you have a Jengantha in this deck. I'm not playing Jengantha. Instead, I am playing just the cards you see here. Can this do the sideboard view? I'll do it like this. So we have Rending Volley versus the blue and white decks. 2 Burning Hands for the mono green decks. Just a kind of flexible way to deal with all their creatures. I'm anticipating a lot of mono green, so I want answers to mono green. Then we get to the fun part. 3 Stone Brains. I am coming to name Creativity. I am coming to name World Spine Worm. Whatever kind of clean hits, we'll kind of name it out of that and play kind of remove your combo pieces and then just beat down. Cindervines, just a flexible card against the control decks. Another way to blow up artifacts, enchantments that doesn't get swept up by Brotherhood's End, stuff of that nature. 2 Unlicensed Hearse for Graveyard Hate, plus the Klothys. Klothys could also be brought in against grindy matchups to gain you some life. And then we get to the fun part. Again, 3 Leyline of Combustions. This is great against the Rakdos deck because every sacrifice has to target you, so they take 2 damage. Against Rakdos midrange, if they target you with any creature or damage, any creature removal, they take 2 damage. If they Thought Seize you, they take 4 damage. So a lot of ways to kind of deal damage with that. If we get it in our opener, we get to cast it for 0 mana. I played a burn deck this week with 4 of these main deck, and it was hilarious. Opponent, if they Field of Ruin you, they take 2 damage. And then an Embercleave for the cat matchup, or just when I need to go bigger. I probably bring this in against mono green, cut the boats, because Karn turns off the ability to activate the vehicles. So we're going to give this a go. I don't play this sideboard in paper, but it's kind of a consideration of what the meta is anticipating. Naturally, we won't play any of those. We're going to run into Angels or something. But we'll see. It's always fun to try to kind of get ahead of the meta. We're going to do Boros Pia after that. So let's go. So we're doing this live on YouTube. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We'll cut these up and put them into individual videos. So if you missed this, you can catch the individual segments afterwards on YouTube. And as we wait for our first opponent, we are trying to hit 10,000 subs on the channel. We're getting really close. We are at 9,514 as of recording. So if you haven't subbed, free, easy, helps with the channel, helps with the YouTube algorithms and all that fun. But we will jump into it. Opponents on the play. Hand's probably fine. Beseju, Den into Braid. Gonna see. If they're mono red or like an aggressive deck, we go Beseju. If they're a slower deck, then I'll go Forest, because this can have utility if it's like mono green or something like that. Okay, humans. So humans not too bad. Because I have this Abrade, so I can kill their like 2-drop here, then I can go Stormseeker. That's kind of annoying. So that throws off my curve a bit. I could go Lovestruck Beast here. Which is probably the line. Jeez, they had it all. So, really strong start for the opponent here. Last card's Brutal Cathar, probably, with our luck. You kidding me? Unbelievable. So we put this here. Like, could they have had a better draw? We're dead. That's actually absurd. Like, perfect on-curve answers. So Burning Hand's actually not terrible here. The Rending Volley's obviously very good. I don't think Thrill Seeker's that great in this matchup. It's a bit slow, doesn't block well. While we can, like, sack to kill things, it's probably not where I want to be, all things considered. Clothis is probably too slow as well. They don't have the Cathar there, we're probably fine, because then I get to 2 creatures. The Thalia just really threw off our curve. If we were able to, like, play out our stuff as we wanted. I think this is fine. They don't really interact with the elf on 1. And I have answer to 3 burn spells, which I like. Blind. So we'll just do this, I think. Them just running out Dauntless here doesn't have much value. Next turn I could like Lovestruck Beast. Just makes a big wall. They still can't really attack there. Because like if they go Brutal Cathar, it's kind of annoying, but I think we still do this. Like, it's the biggest thing. It stops them from attacking in this turn. The one thing here is if they have Thalia's Lieutenant, it kind of messes me up because I have 2 damage in a lot of this burn. Really just want another red source, just to be able to double spell. Okay. We'll add a lane here, or we'll have this. Have access to Stomp. They're getting priority because the Dauntless Bodyguard. Hey Luca, thank you. Luck so far has not been on our side. We are now 10 cards into our library and haven't found our next land. That's fine. So we probably trade Lovestruck here with the Adeline. Ossification. Alright, so let him go to attacks. Let's get rid of Copper Coat here. I think we're just taking the damage. Okay, we are not drawing anything in very fast order. This is actually kind of absurd. $45% to draw a land. Okay, so they get that there on Adeline. So they protect their Adeline here. Opponent out here drawing everything. We're drawing nothing. Okay, so it looks like Knight Aaron of Eos. Yeah, they found the Thalia's Lieutenant, which is rough. So I think here we just soak up the damage like this. Yeah, like it's frustrating. Holy hell, we drew cards. So I'm gonna blow up on this one. I guess I could have taken out Adeline there. The problem is, like, Boat doesn't do much. We lost this game because we missed line drops for way too many turns. Like, opponent's drawn 3 lands, but their curve's a bit lower. We just happen to... Like, the second land would have gotten us quite far. It's just, like, no access to this third land is what has been the problem. Okay, so I think we're doing this. So they'll get the counter there. So I can... Yeah, I'm dead. We'll just fire up another run. that was such the awkward draw. Like, you really can't... Alright, let's go again. Opponent wanted it more. The second line, any turn sooner, does... And then, like, our decision to try to metagame again... Because, like, usually I'll have Obliterating Bolts. So those Abrades would be Obliterating Bolts, which could have answered Adeline. But they found, like, their protection. They found, like, some key cards. So this hand looks decent. So I'll start here. I'm probably just going to turn to Lovestruck Beast. Okay, so this is creativity. So we're going to hold up the Abrade. Abrade's really good here. I think we just do this. Yeah. We need to actually, like, draw cards that are reasonable. So here I'm going to steal this. Slows them down a bit. And then lets me create treasures, which is nice. We have access to 2 elves, so that protects us with Lovestruck. And then from this turn onwards, I just want to have access to a Braid Up to disrupt their combo. If I could get them low enough life. Yeah, if they're using Burn here, that's actually pretty good for me. So I'm playing out an Elf here. Because this would require him to have 2 1-mana burn spells. That's fine. I guess we're technically okay to go shields down this turn. They usually don't play the sweeper. And then if they go to, like, disrupt, then I can... I mean, if I do this, then they can't. Let's do that. Because, like, this way they can't big score. If they have the make disappear here. So they need a removal spell here, otherwise they're dead. Okay, so... we got a lot of options. They need a burn spell here for my 1-drop. So this is the only downside of Lovestruck Beast. Like, it's nice because it deals that. They have hit now 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 of my 1-drops. Okay, that should lock it up. Because now they need 2 removal spells. So you don't want to target your human. Okay, they go Spite here. We've seen 2 Fiery Impulse. They would need another. And that should be GG. Alright, on the board. So this matchup, Stonebrain, Clothis, Cindervines, Leyline of Combustion, Burning Hands. Take out the boats, they don't do anything. Take out the Acrone Wars, they don't do anything. Take out the Thrill Seekers. Take out probably 1 Chariot. And just run it like that. So if I can get a Leyline in the opener, it's really nice. We've had 2 games. We've had one where we drew 7 lines, one where we drew 1 line. Keep. Sorry, where's 0-0 on the second run? So we actually don't have an answer, which is a little unfortunate. There's our answer, which is nice. Okay, so they have Fable here. I don't want to get the treasures. Probably go Mutavault Lovestruck Beast here. Okay. At this point, like, if they have it, they have it. I can't play around it. A trick you can do is you can make this 1 power. Do you have it? So I just want to see that they're still on Worm. Okay, so that game didn't really see anything that we needed. I think it's fine. Obviously, if we could get the Worm. So that now that I know that, I'm gonna name Worldspine Worm because I want them to have copies of Creativity in their deck because it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, this looks good. Do they have the answer on one for my elf? They don't. So I think we just do this. I technically expose this to a Braid for a turn, but they need exactly a Braid here. They usually don't play Prismari Command. So I'll name Worldspine Worm here. I would love a land. Perfect. World Spine Worm. Because they have the creativity in hand. They have Brotherhood's End. They didn't bring in Brotherhood's End, so they're just on the combo. They do have 2 Fables, so I do need to be mindful of that. Carlo, I don't know what card you're referring to. So Miglos, Vigilance gets +2. So I can just Miglos this turn. I don't care about... Like, they're going to discard their creativity. The nice thing is I can use the 3 mana ability here to blow up the Fable, which has a lot of utility as well. This lets me play around Make Disappear. So we'll hold a Braid. I like this line better, getting World Spine, because like now they have 3 more of these in their deck that are just dead draws. They could have Make Disappear. I think that's fine. Might have been right to just hold it, but... Okay, that dies. So I can remove 2 oil counters to give it plus. So I'm just going to play it cautious here, because their block suggests so this way we protect ourselves. And now I still have the 3 counters on it that I can blow up this Fable, the Mirror Breaker. So we get that value there. Alright, sideboard plan's working out better this go around. I'm actually going to put the record here. They could have removal. In this case, Sokazan. They didn't bring in Brotherhood's End, but even Brotherhood's End doesn't do a huge amount here. And then I also have this, which can be 4 power. So end step. They're digging. Boom! One of Miglos. We on the board. We on the board, fam. Let's update the record. Melj, thank you for the sub. On the board. We are inching closer to that 10,000 sub mark. And looks good. Mono green. That's a problem. So I'm going to do this because I can get a little tricky with the haste if needed. I'm going to have trouble getting into these 4/4s. So I need to draw a copy of the Akron War here. Okay, they are missing lands, so that's a bit encouraging. Let's probably just set up for next turn. A braid doesn't do too much here. So this is another game where had I had Obliterating Bolt, we're taking a chance with these braids. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. Because that lets me put this on the Thrill Seeker. I hit them for 8. But then they get the 4/4 back. I block. Might have been right to keep it. Close. I had 5 to the face as well. So let's see if they sack a land here. No! Why did it tap my lines like that? I needed a braid. I needed a braid. Mystic's actually fine. So land. Because these let me power up each other. We're kind of like pushing through. We need a boat or something, just something to go over the top. I have the Abrade, so if they do something with Karn, it's fine. It looks like they're not interested in sacking lands. Okay. Depending on what this storm is, might be okay. Because, like, say it's like Cavalier and an Elf or something. I could kill the Elf, and this is 1. Okay, that does make a lot of mana.
Let's get moving.
Get to draw a card here. Might just be dead, but they don't. I lose the trample here. So the second spell there actually is what did me in. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's what did it. Because like I can attack in for 4. I think they just get me here. So this will give me +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to just not have like the untap effect there. I think we're just doing this. So like this line, they might get scared. They have like infinite mana. I had to kind of play it as though. I needed the trample. If I had the trample, I could have pushed through a couple points of damage there, which is what we needed. But at this point, I think it's not going to do much. They get to draw a card, likely find Nykthos. Yeah, they have 15 mana. Let's just go to next game. The problem is I don't have a way. They're going to chain through multiples there. So it's just a little awkward. So Sky Sovereign doesn't do much. Embercleave's better here. Bring in the Burning Hands. Bring in the Clothis. Bring in the Cinder Vines. I think that's where we want to be. Miglos is fine. The Abrades aren't great. I think we cut the Abrades. Just hope to like draw a bit better is like largely what we need to do in this matchup. Cut a Chariot. Because like if we look at that, we're like, this is run 2. We lost the first run to Mono White Humans, where on game 2 we went 12 cards before we found their second land. And then we just beat Creativity in this run. This hand doesn't actually do anything. Okay, this hand's much better. Put back Karlpusin. This hand, I have an answer to Elf on 2. Like, Elf on 1, I can play with my Bone Crusher, and then I have the Burning Hands to follow it up. That game, we were like a turn too slow. We needed just a little bit more action. I think we need to go back the Obliterating Bolts. Like that other hand, 5 lands with no like card selection is a little rough. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. I wanted to get like, because we lost the first game of the other one, the video was gonna be short, so did another run with this, and then we'll do the Pia deck after this. Okay, no elf on 1. So it depends on how aggressive I want to get here. This could be wrong, but I think just getting the power out now, like if they had the elf, they play it on 1, that means they likely have like Wolf Willowhaven, or just nothing. Just nothing also works. This one's annoying because it lets them... come on, give me something. One, two, three, 4 here. Oh. This game's largely just decided that we didn't draw lions. They should block the lion tier. So my hope is they just go Cavalier Thorns. If they do, then I have this Burning Hands. Honestly, even like just Karn.
You look like nature flows with vigor.
Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, give me something other than lions. So that takes that off. I think we have to take Kiora off here.
Back to the depths.
Like an Akron War would be decent. Like, honestly, anything other than a land at this point. That's the problem. Because like now I've used my Burning Hands. Embercleave. But they probably just get like Portal here. Boat. Thrill Seeker's not bad. Thrill Seeker last turn would have been good. I can't win. They get both, they animate it. Gruul doesn't feel great. You end up getting like trumped by like a lot of the bigger decks.